And hello YouTube, and again I have a set of photographs. These ones are from the 5th of March, so this was yesterday. Now I woke up in the morning, started looking out the window, and I noticed again a phenomenon that I had noticed starting to happen over the last month or so. And I thought, well, maybe if I took a series of photographs throughout the day over a set period of time to see if I could capture this, what I think might be an interesting phenomenon, and see if YouTubers can see what I'm seeing as well, or maybe you might see something else, or maybe you might give me some information that means that what I'm seeing is not what I think it is. And I think that's the best way to go. See, I haven't made any decisions on what I think exactly. I am just like you, in the dark. So let's have a quick talk about what I was seeing. And I was seeing, believe it or not, what I believe to be major light sources in our sky during the day. Now obviously there are plenty of light sources in the sky. You see them at night, they're the stars. Each one's a star, as you know, and each one of them in the daytime very rarely seen, because their light is totally obliterated by the major light of our own Sol. I haven't said a single thing that you don't know. Now that means in the daytime you have one clear source of light, and it's always been that way. Well, recently that seems to have changed. Now if you have a look at this photograph here, this one's a good example. Yeah. Here we have the normal light that's in the sky, because this is at 10 past 10. This is just after 10 o'clock in the morning. So you've got the light at the sky, and then across the bottom you've got this red bar. Very strange. So I thought, well, at this time I will just try and take photographs showing this. So this big blob here, that is actually the sun coming down, and it's behind a cloud obviously, and the light is pushing everything out, and you can see the blue sky above these clouds, but you can then clearly see a reddish golden tinge that goes all the way across the bottom of the horizon. Look at that, all the way across there. So I took quite a few photographs trying to catch, and you can see it here. That's where the sun is. Here's the blue sky. I'll just have to accept that that is a light anomaly. It looks like there might be something there, but I can't be sure of it, and I will just put that down, that object there, I will just put that down to a light anomaly, and won't worry about that in particular. I mean, it could be something, it might not, but it could quite easily also only be light reflecting from the lens, obviously. But that red bar across the bottom is not. So we have something there that might be something. We have this red bar across the bottom, and then we have the sun here. And it's there again. Now that's interesting, look. If that was a normal sun flare, why would that be in exactly the same spot? You can see how these photographs have been taken in succession. Click, 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 click. And you can see, as the photographs were being taken, the position, so the slight position of the camera has changed, and that drops exactly the same with the camera, which means it's in exactly the same position. 1, 2, 3. can you see that the difference between the ground and this anomaly is the same even when the angle of the camera is slightly changed? So there's something there that we don't know what it is. That is the sun, and there is this red bar across the bottom. And again, the whole time you've got this red glow at the bottom, blue sky in the light. More, to me, that is more than one light source. Okay, I think we've just gone through them all. Right. Yeah, we have. So those are the ones that were taken at around, well, sorry, 1040 those were taken. Right, now the next lot, so I gave it quite a few hours, was at 14:16. Right, so it's quarter past two, and I go out again, and I actually don't like that preview. I prefer that preview. Right, so we go again a few hours later. Actually, this is 4 hours later, about, and you'll see that this colour, this strange second light source, is again at the bottom, and the sun is at the top. Now this time, of course, the clouds have come over. Whether or not they're legitimate clouds or chemtrail clouds, I don't know, but I'll just say cloud banks come over, but you can still see clearly two light sources, and we'll get there. So there's a bit of blue just coming through. The sun is actually up here now, and you've still got this secondary light source across the bottom. How much more? Now you can see the light from the sun here. Yes, I can. I know that the sun was up there. Right? Why is this colour going across the bottom? Where is that light source coming from? And again here, the sun's up here, and you've got a secondary light source coming here. Can you see the rays of light? You can see the rays of light coming down. That's from the sun. So where is this colour band come from? Where's this strange reddish sort of golden colour coming from? It's not coming from the sun, because the sun's light's up here, not there. And again, you can see the sun, and then that's the light from the sun emanating from the cloud, behind the clouds, and then this colour band going across the bottom. And it's just there the whole time. Blue clouds, that's the colour of the light from the sun. There's the sun. You can see the sun coming down. You can see the light from the sun, and then this colour across the bottom from a light source that may be below the horizon. And you can clearly see it here. Sun's there, strange light source here. These shapes are definitely light reflections. So, again, light reflections. But you can clearly see this colour band across the bottom that does not have anything to do with the sun. I mean, that can't be more clear, can it, really? That there is two light sources. Okay, well, I definitely have gone all the way around on those. So those were taken at 2:15. Now 3 o'clock. And again, this golden light source has actually moved across. So of course you can see whatever's making this colour has moved across the horizon, moved across the bottom of the horizon, and the sun has done the same across the sky, and you have these two light sources that don't seem to have anything to do with each other. Now you can still see a little bit of it here, but the strength of it has moved across, and it's around about here, where the sun is up here. Now the sun's around about here at this time, right? And this light source, seems to have moved across, so it's quite strong around here. It's clear to me. Look, two light sources. Okay. So then we move on to 1600. Now I think, this time I was trying something different with the camera, obviously turning the camera to the side to try and gain the height I needed to try and capture carry on capturing these two lights. Now this orange has moved across again, so now it's more around here. I don't think these shots were as successful as demonstrating what I wanted to demonstrate, so we'll move along to nearly 5 o'clock. So this is about 20 to 5 when these were taken. Right, now it's later in the day. You can see that this coloured bar isn't here anymore. That was in the morning. It's moved all the way across now. All the way across. The sun's up here, and whatever was making this colour, you can just make out there's a slight tinge of it at this angle, but at this time it's not where it was before. Obviously it's moved, because objects in space do move. And so where's this orange? And then we find it. It's now here. Can you see? See that colour? See this colour here, which is not the same light source as the sun, which is up here. And whatever it was that was making the reddish glow throughout the day has now moved all the way around the horizon. And I feel as though I have successfully tracked whatever that light source is. Well, at least successfully tracked the light source. And I hope that people can see what I have said about, I believe. See, here's the sun. You've still got a little bit of this colour showing here, but it's not as strong anymore because whatever it is has moved. That's obviously a light anomaly, same as this. That's to do with the camera lens and is not anything to comment about. But this, I think, which is this colour, which is opposed to the colour from the sun. Okay. Then we've got 10 past 5. Now we do seem to have a little bit of this colour again here. It's not as strong as it was. You can see again the sun, the light from the sun seems to be different. I believe that it does still seem to be different. Now this is what I was trying to show. This is what I've been, this was, at this time I really did think that I could clearly see there was two light sources, and I was trying to catch them, and that's one here, a sort of a red one, and the sun at the time was up here. Now what I did, because I was having difficulty catching it, is I went for a very long shot. You see this colour here and the sun here, so you've got this light source and you've got this light source. Here we go. Right, the sun is here. This, I do not believe that's the sun. I believe the light from that is something else. Does that look like something to you people? Does that look like a different light source from what's going on up here? Is that a different light source from that? I mean, you might say, no, I'm completely wrong. So we've still got some of this colour here, but it's moved across, because earlier in the day it was strongest over here. It really does seem to have moved around, and moved around at a different pace from the sun. So in the morning, this was where the strongest point of this colour was. At this time of night now, well, in the evening, it's not there anymore. The strongest point is over here, and this light, I believe that that's the furthest sort of reaches of this light, because it's further along the back here now. And again, I mean, it's just, well, it's coming back to this shot again. I think I'll just click through these. There we go. Right, does that, and I'll finish with this shot, does that look like two separate light sources? Okay, and now the last set was only a few, and they were just taken at 6:30. And it was just as this strange glow seemed to be going down. Now that might be a legitimate sunset. I don't know, because at this stage there was no other, there didn't seem to be two separate light sources in the sky anymore. So I just took some photographs of this strikingly bright colour. And I suppose it's up to everybody else whether or not they think that's a normal sunset or not. I don't think that looks like a normal sunset, but then there doesn't seem to clearly be two light sources anymore. Anyway, this has been a long enough video for all you poor people who have just sat through this, and I thank you for sitting through it. I would very much appreciate your comments on this. Do you think that I am pointing something out that's correct? Do you think that I have managed to track 2 major light sources in our sky during the day? I would like to hear your comments. I hope you all have a great day today, and I bid you farewell.